Okay, so we are starting with the last type, and this is the one of the last type of simplex, and we are just going to complete this thing. Just give me a second. What is this condition? Just look at this condition now. If I try to simplify this thing, this will be x1 plus 4x3 plus s1 is equal to 3, right? Now 3x1 plus x2 plus s2 is equal to 12. x1, x2, s1, s2 all are greater than equal to 0. But sorry, I did one mistake. I'll just correct it. Since it is greater than equal to 12, just look at this thing. This is greater than equal to 12. So what will happen here is it will be minus s2. And since we are getting minus s2, we need to add an artificial variable so that we can start with the solution. Okay, so since we are adding with an artificial variable, it will be like maximize z is equal to 4x1 plus 3x2, okay, plus 0s1 plus 0s2. I can solve it by big M, I can solve it by two phase. Okay, I am solving it by big M minus M A1. You can even try it by two phase. You will get to the same conclusion. Okay, now there is a special case that I want to explain you. So what I'll do is x1, I'll just change the color first. Wasim is always asking, sir, change the color. So I am doing it for you, Wasim. Okay, so what I'm doing is x1, x2, s1, s2, a1. Now I know all the values. If this will be 1, 4, 1, 0, 0. Next will be, there are only two equations. So if there are only two equations, I'll just put the values x1, x2, s1, s2, a1, all are real numbers greater than equal to 0. Okay. So now 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 0, 0. Next it will be 3, 1, minus 1, 0, sorry, 3, 1, 0, minus 1 and 1. Okay, now I'll just put Cj also. What is my Cj value? Cj will be like from Z I'll get 4, 3, 0, 0, minus M, and I put this value here. Since S1 and you can see S1 and A1 will form identity matrix. So what I'll do here is I'll just put S1 and A1 with their coefficients. S1 ka coefficient is 0 and A1 ka coefficient, the coefficient of A1 is minus M. Okay, I'll just move somewhere to this side. Okay, this is minus M. Just give me a second. This is minus M. Okay, now I'll try to multiply. Whenever you multiply this big M, always do it safely. 0 into 1, 0, minus 3M minus 4. Okay, so minus 3M minus 4. Now 0 into 4, 0, minus M minus 3. Okay, so this is minus M minus 3. Now 0 into 1, 0, minus M into 0 is again 0. We already know that these two terms will be 0. You can just check it. So now what I'm saying, 0 into 0, 0, minus M into minus 1 is M, M minus 0 is M. Okay, now I'll also put RHS. I'll put 0 here for the RHS side, and I'll put the values. What are my values? 3. Binod has raised his hand. Is there any doubt, Binod? Any doubt? I don't know who is Binod actually. I don't even know whether he's from our college. Okay, so I am just writing all the things. ZJ minus CJ here. Now what I'll do, most negative is minus M and minus 3M. Most negative will be minus 3M, right? So minus 3M minus 4 is the most negative. So what I'll do, I'll try to find theta. Theta is what? BI by AI. So 3 by 1 will be 3. 12 by 3 will be 4. So which one is the least positive? 3 is the least positive. We never get negative here. We can only get least positive. Okay. So what is the least positive? You can even say 0, huh? You can even include 0. Okay, but we try to say it as least positive. So what is the least positive? 3. So if 3 is the least positive, S1 will leave and X1 will enter in place of S1. So X1 will enter, A1 will be as it is. Now what is the value of X1 in CJ? 4, or in Z? And what is this value? Minus M. Okay, now I'll put here 1, 0. For A1 I'll put 0, 1. Then I'll put here is 0, 0. Then what I'll do is I'll just put here ZJ minus CJ. Now, what is the key element? My key element is 1. So thank God I have, Alhamdulillah, we have got only 1. So 1 by 1 will be 1, 4 by 1 will be 4, then 1 by 1 will be 1, 0 by 1 will be 0, 3 by 1 will be 3. I have told you we need not find this value. This is actually not required because this is actually an imaginary value. We need value which is eliminating a from its solution. Then only we will try to find that value. Okay. Now we will try to find all these values. Now to find this value, it will be like 1 minus 12, right? So minus 11 divided by 1. So this will be minus 11. Now we will try to find this value. 0, 1 into 0 is 0, minus 3 divided by 1 will be minus 3. Now we need to find this value. This will be minus 1, minus 0. So minus 1 divided by 1 will be minus 1, right? So I need to find this value. Just give me a second. I'll need to find this value. So this will be 12 into 1 is 12. 12 minus 3 into 3 is 9. 12 minus 9 is 3. 3 by 1 is 3. Okay, so I've got all the value. Now what do I need to find? I need to find this value. We can do it by either way. I prefer this way because I think this way there will be lots of m, you can see. So I don't want this much m to be there. So what I'll do, I can do it either way. So I'll do this way. What is my way that I'll prefer? I'll just change the color. Okay, so what I'm saying is I'll just put, see this 4 into 4 is 16, minus 4, 11 into minus m into minus 11 is plus. So 11m plus 16, right? So what I've got is 11m plus 16, right? Minus Cj क्या है? Cj is how much? Cj is 3. So minus 3. So what I'm getting is 11m minus 3, right? So I've got this value as 11m minus 3 divided by 1, right? Because my key element is what? My key element is 1. So I have to divide it by 1. So 11m minus 3 divided by 1 is 11m minus 3 only, if I am not wrong. Okay. Now, next value I need to find is, I need to find this. So how do I find this? To find this, I will again use this. I can even use this term. Now I feel this is comfortable. 1 into 0 is 0. Now, minus of minus, minus will automatically become plus. So plus 3m plus 4 into 1 will be 3m plus 4 divided by key element is how much? Key element is how much? And so sorry, we did not divide key element when we are finding by this way. So sorry. When we are finding it by this way, we need not divide the key element. We are lucky that we had the key element as 1. When we are doing it by this way, Zj minus Cj way, so we need not divide it by key element. Okay, when we are cross multiplying, whenever we are cross multiply, we divide it by key element. We divide by multiplication value by key element. Okay, always remember this. So I am preferring this way. So when I am preferring this way, 1 into 0 will be 0, right? This will be 3m plus 4 divide. Now I have to divide it by 1. So 3m plus 4, luckily we are getting the same answer. So this is going to be 3m plus 4 divided by 1, which is equal to 3m plus 4. Now we need to find this value. Now just look at this value. If I need to find this value, whenever I see m now, I feel like I need to not use it. Okay, so what I'll do again is I'll just use this 4 into 0 is 0 minus m, 1 second. Minus m, you can see minus m into minus 1 will be m, m minus 0 will be minus m into minus m, 1 is m, m minus 0 will be m. Now what you are seeing something very special. I hope everyone can see what is that special thing. Can anyone let me know? What is the special thing? Anyone? I'll just give you the authority to unmute. Can anyone let me know what is that special thing that you are seeing right now? 11m plus 3 है कि 13 है? Okay. Just let me check. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. Okay. 13 है. So sorry. Okay. So sorry. This is 13. Not an issue. Not an issue. It won't affect your solution because this is plus. Okay. Not an issue. Can anyone let me know what is the special case that you are getting? Anyone? Anyone? Can anyone let me know? Be quick. We can't waste our time. We are recording the lecture. Is there any special case that you are seeing? Can you unmute yourself and speak? Speak. All positive. Okay. So nice. So what have you understood? Zj minus Cj is greater than equal to 0, right? Okay, and artificial variable is still there in the solution. Okay, right? Artificial variable, you can see artificial variable is still there in the solution. So this kind of solution is not called as unbounded. This kind of solution is called as infeasible solution. What do we call this solution as? Infeasible solution. Okay, I hope you understood this thing. Such kinds of solution where you have got Zj minus Cj, you have got that condition criteria for Zj minus Cj, and if artificial variable remains in the solution, such kind of solution is called as infeasible. Now, if you would have tried to solve this question by two phase, what would have happened? You use all the things similar in two phase. What do? जो भी सीजे रहता है उसको सब जीरो ले लेते हो और एम को क्या ले लेते हो -1. तो अगर आप टू फेज से करते ना तो आपको और आसान पड़ता और टू फेज में सब पॉजिटिव हो जाता. समझ रहे क्या बोल रहा हूँ? जीरो हो जाता है, पॉजिटिव हो जाता, तब हम रुक जाते हैं और ए तब भी सॉल्यूशन में रहता. आपको सेकंड फेज में जाना ही नहीं पड़ता. फर्स्ट फेज में सिंपल सॉल्यूशन के साथ ही आप खत्म कर देते. क्यों? क्योंकि जब मैंने फर्स्ट फेज कंप्लीट किया टू फेज में, तो व्हाट आर वी एक्सपेक्टिंग? वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट इन द फर्स्ट फेज A1 will kick out of the solution. If it is not getting kicked out of the solution, then the solution is infeasible. So even if you do this question by two phase, you will arrive to the same thing, that this is infeasible solution with simple calculation, right? Simple calculation, and even avoiding one step, avoiding second phase, because since this is infeasible, you can't go to the second phase. You are damn sure that you can't move to the second phase. Okay, now I'll just do one thing. I'll just try to explain this thing to you via graph. I think we have got 7 minutes. It will be okay to complete this graph. Now just look at this thing. This will be like x1 by 3 plus x2 by 3 by 4 is equal to 1. So the coordinates will be 3, 0, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And 0, 0.7, I think 0, 0.75. So what are the coordinates? One coordinate is for x1 axis, it will be 3, 0. 1 second. X1 axis, what I'm getting is 3, 0. And for x2 axis, it is very difficult here to teach without air. Okay, and x2 axis, what I'll be getting is 0, 0.75. So I'm just writing here 0, 0.75, and we need to draw a line. Suppose this is my line. I've just drawn it, and since this is less than, right? So this will be towards origin. I'll just put the equation of this line. This equation is x1 plus 4x2 is less than equal to 3, right? Now I'll just move to the second equation. What is my second equation? X1 by, I'll just solve this, x1 by 4 plus x2 by 12 will be equal to 1. So what will be my coordinate like? 4, 0 and 0, 12. So I'll just put here something like 4, 0, and suppose this is my 0, 12, and I try to draw a line. Better I just take that line. I'll just try to draw a line. Suppose this is 0, 12. Okay, and this is 4, 0. Just look at this thing. What I'm saying, this point is 0, 12, and this point is how much? This point is 4, 0, right? Now the equation of this line is, I think the equation of this line was 3x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 12. Now if it is greater, then it will be away from origin. Now we know that x1 will be greater than equal to 0. This is understood. X2 will be greater than equal to 0. This is also understood, right? So what are we going to get? First quadrant we are going to get, but this is moving away from origin towards origin, and this line is moving away from origin. So there is no feasible region. This is not feasible. You are wrong if you are considering this to be feasible. We are sure that this is in the first quadrant, but one line is moving away and one line is moving towards. The upper line is moving away and the lower line is moving towards the origin. So what we are getting? We are getting no region. So when we are getting no region, the solution is called as infeasible solution. Okay, always remember. This solution is called as infeasible solution. Now I would like to tell you what is the value of A? Just look at this table. I'll just finish it. What is the value of A? Look at this thing. What is the value of A in the final iteration? What is the value? You can see what is the value? 3. And I hope you remember which was 3, na? I hope you can see this is my equation of A, right? This is my equation of A. What is my equation of A? 3x1 plus x2 minus s2 plus a1, right? So what I'll do, I'll just try to elaborate something for you before finishing the lecture. What is my equation where I used A, 3x1 minus x2, so I think minus x2 plus x2 minus s2 plus a1 is equal to 12. Now I know from the final solution s2 is equal to 0 since there is no s2 in the equation, and a1 is equal to how much? A1 is equal to 3. If I resubstitute this two value, just look at the equation that I'll get. 3x1 plus x2 minus 0 plus 3 will be equal to 12. So if I try to simplify, 3x1 plus x2 is equal to something which is 9. Now try to plot this line. What will be my coordinates? X1 by 3 plus x2 by 9 is equal to how much? 1. So what are my coordinates? 3, 0 and 0, 9. Right? What are my coordinates? What are my coordinates, beta? 3, 0 and 3, 0 and 0, 9. Now what I am doing, this was my actual line, right? Now I am shifting this line to which point? What are my coordinates? 3, 0, right? This is my one coordinate, which is 3, 0. For the, when I substituted A, I got something 3, 0. And which will be my second coordinate? This will be my 0, 9. Now, just look at the thing that I'm going to do. Just look at this thing. This will be a magic for you. And you will understand something good about graphs also. And maths also. Now just look at this thing. This is my actual line, right? And this is moving where? This is moving away from origin. So sorry. This line is moving away from origin, right? Now this line, which is nothing but this line's equation is 3x1 plus x2 is equal to 9, is greater than equal to 9. I've just removed the value of A. Now when I've removed the value of A, can we find some common point from these two lines? Just look at this line. This is my one line. This is my second line. Then there are my two lines of axis. I hope you're able to see. Can anyone find me a common solution? Are we getting any common point? Is this feasible or infeasible? Let me know. Be fast. Be quick.
No common point.
There is a common point. This is my common point. Just look at this thing. Where the both lines are intersecting. Can you find that line point where both lines are intersecting? Where is it intersecting? It is intersecting at this point. And all the lines x1 greater than equal to 0, x2 greater than equal to 0, then this line equation and this line equation all are having this point as common, right? So which is my common point? 3, 0 is my common point. I hope you're getting. So the thing which was not feasible at one point of time can be made feasible, matlab what I can do, I was knowing that my solution, one second. Actually earlier I was thinking that my solution is infeasible, right? So if I know, one second, what I'm saying, if I know the value of artificial variable, I can convert my infeasible constraint, the reason because of which my solution is getting infeasible, into feasible. I hope you're getting, sorry. Infeasible, I can convert my infeasible solution into feasible solution. I hope you're getting. By just subtracting that artificial variable value from that constraint equation, I can make that solution feasible. Because artificial variable tells me by how much amount I should shift. By how much amount to shift. Okay? Is it right? So I can make my solution from infeasible to feasible if I know the value of artificial variable. So this is the advantage of using graphical method. If you understand graphical method, it will be very better for you to understand simplex also. So what I would like to know from you is, so we are just ending the lecture. I am just expecting you people to understand something, that the solution was actually infeasible. Okay, and it is infeasible. Why it is infeasible? Because artificial variable remains in the solution And if you want to remove artificial variable from the solution, what you have to do, you have to, when whatever artificial value you are getting, whatever is that value, you have to subtract this value from the RHS, okay, of the given equation where you have put artificial variable. Okay, is it okay? Thank you.